Hey, what's up guys? Dale Valor here from Modern Valor Dating. We're at the mall, trying not to get caught. You know, usually I'm super duper loud. As you know, if you've watched any of our content, today, trying to keep it under wraps because sooner or later, the security is going to kick us out. So, and you know, not wearing a mask. So anyway, the reason we're here is we're starting a new series this week on first date ideas. And I love going to the mall as a first date or a first time hanging out. Really, ultimately, I like to call them adventures. You know, I say date just because everybody knows what I'm talking about. We're all on the same page there. But really, I like to call them adventures. So if I'm gonna have an adventure with a girl, one of my favorite places to do that is right here at the mall. And I've got the top 5 tips on what to do at the mall. And we're gonna continue this series on and on and on and on. Every Friday, a new one's gonna drop with a new place that we're gonna be at, and I'm gonna break down why that's a good place to do it. All right, so we're gonna kick it off. We'll see you in a minute. Let's get it. Hey guys, just wanted to take a quick time out just to remind you, look, if you're getting value out of this channel and there's things that we're talking about that speak to you, make sure you subscribe, man, because we don't want you to miss a thing, man. You know, you cannot put it on us if you missed out on a video that could have uniquely changed your interaction with the girl of your dreams, man. So don't put that on us. That's on you because you didn't subscribe. You didn't hit the notification bell, you know, so make sure you do those things. And if you have something you want us to touch on, or you have some input that you want to put about this particular video, go ahead and put it in the comments. And we're going to hop back into the video right now. Let's get it. The mall is a public place, all right? Meaning, you know, I've talked about this many times, how important it is to reinforce safety. You know, I always hear, this has happened to me, and I'm sure this has happened to many of you guys, in particularly on something like Tinder or Bumble or some kind of dating app, where the girl has a safety concern. You're not a serial killer, are you? And like you're gonna tell her if you are. But you know, logically speaking, how often does somebody run into a serial killer? You know, not very often. You know, the odds are definitely in her favor that she's not going to encounter a serial killer. But nonetheless, it's a safety concern. And I'm about overcoming objections and issues before they present themselves. So if I recommend hanging out at the mall, okay, thing is, it addresses that concern because it's a safe place. You know, it's wide open, lots of people, security, which we're kind of trying to watch out for right now. In her mind, it makes it a little bit more safe. It's not as quote unquote intimate, you know, and so it puts a lot of that apprehension and reservations that she might have to bed. Because again, it's a public place, it's more safe, you know, and I guess in her mind, if something crazy was to pop off, she could yell and scream and somebody's gonna come to her rescue. So that's why I think the mall is a great spot for a first date. You don't have to actually spend money. Like, you've heard of the concept of window shopping before, right? You know, like you're just going around and looking at things and checking things out, and you know, it gives you an opportunity to just walk around, get to know the person, have conversation. It's not super loud in here. You know, you can really get to know somebody, and maybe you do look in some stores and things like that, and you know, I mean, but you ultimately, you don't actually have to spend any money, which is a concern that a lot of guys have. They're like, you know, if I'm gonna go out with this girl, should I spend money on her? You know, should I take her somewhere expensive? Should I, you know, do all this, you know, jump through all these hoops? No, man, you don't have to do all that. You know, ultimately, it's about getting to know each other better, right? I mean, that's the whole purpose, is getting to know somebody. And so what better place to do it in a place that's wide open, that gives you plenty of things to talk about and gives you plenty of opportunity to look at the kind of things that you like and like, oh, you know what, like I'd love to get this kind of shirt, or you know, these kind of shoes are dope, you know, things like that. You know, it gives you the opportunity to do that. Us against the world conspiracy. It's like, look, the mall is like your playground, okay? It's, you know, there's so much going on around you and everybody is your playthings, right? A lot of times guys complain about running out of things to say, running out of things to talk about, conversation. You are flooded with constant stimuli here because there's stores, there's people like, oh, did you see that guy walking the alligator? Like, I mean, okay, well, that's never happened here, but you know, you get the point. There's plenty of people and things to talk about where it's like, it's us against the world. You know, we're a team against everybody else. And another cool thing that you can do that kind of lends to what I was talking about before with window shopping. See, there's like a really dope store behind me that's like got like super flashy, like Steve Harvey on crack type suits, okay? One thing that you can do is you can go around and try on things like goofy outfits, things like that. Entertain yourself, take some selfies, you know? Like she can try on a prom dress. You can try on some crazy suit like what's behind me right now, okay? And it's just a lot of fun, man. And that ultimately, that's the atmosphere that you want to foster, is a fun atmosphere that she's digging the vibe of it, you're digging the vibe. And what more can you ask for, man? Let's go. Oh, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. Fortunately, recording is not allowed in the center at all.
Okay.
So you guys got to stop for the day.
Oh, man, I got one more little clip to do, man.
If it's outside, it's nothing we can do, but inside, you're not allowed to record in the center at all.
Okay. I got you. I got you. All right, no worries, man. You got it. Extending the date. Now, see, I can be a little bit louder now because we're outside, you know, since we got kicked out. All right, so extending the date. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, if you're at the mall, you're hanging out, you're doing all the things that we already talked about in the previous tips, you want to take things further. You know, like, hey, listen, I'm getting kind of hungry. We should grab a bite to eat, or let's grab a drink at this cool place that's right by the mall. One mall, for instance, that has like a really dope go-kart place. That, like, the go-karts go like 75 miles an hour or something like that, and it's on a big indoor track. Ton of fun. And these are all suggestions that you can bring up. Laser tag, you know, just like all kinds of cool stuff generally revolves, you know, in the proximity of the mall, if not attached to the mall itself. Like, there's a restaurant right behind me, right? So if you want to take things further and keep it rolling because things are going well and she's down and you're down, by all means, keep it rolling. See, here's the thing. Logistics. Logistics can be an issue for a lot of guys because it's like, okay, well, there's, you know, one cool thing to do on this side of town and the other cool thing is way on the other side of town. Look, generally around a mall, there's mad things to do, you know, outside of actually being at the mall itself. So, and that's your call, you know, because as you're walking around getting to know each other and you're really digging the vibe there and you want to take things further, go ahead, man. Have fun. Listen, guys, this is the first video in our series on first date ideas, okay? We're going to be dropping a new one every Friday. But until next Friday, what I want you to do is, we did a series on how to run the perfect date, okay? So I'm giving you date suggestions as to where to go, but what are you going to do on those dates? That's where you want to check out that video series. So we're going to link that up somewhere around here somewhere. And so just click that, watch that series, and you're going to be killing it, man. You get these girls out here, taking them out, hanging out with them, going on adventures. Shit. Now you can kill it. All right. So I will see you there.
Hello, how's it going? Yeah, if I put that still for recording, you can't record on the center. You're still on the property. So
Oh, okay.
you can't record, okay?
I got you. All right. No worries. We're all done anyway, so we're good. All right. Thank you, though.
Heading out?
What's that?
Are you guys heading out?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
2 for 2. Oh, I was still recording that, too. All right, we got kicked out twice.